Hey friends, it's Paige Severe, and today I am showing you how to minimize your pores and get a nice, smooth, flawless foundation coverage without using a pore filling primer with just a few simple techniques using my all-in-one makeup palette and a few brushes. Check this out. So to start, I'm going to take my Stay Setting Spray and I'm just going to spray that all over. And then I'm going to take my blending sponge and I'm just going to dab that setting spray into my skin. Next up, we're going to take the B² brush and we're going to create a nice even playing field for these pores. A lot of times it helps if we go a little darker to conceal pores versus just applying our base foundation shade. So I'm going to take this B² brush and I'm going to apply this beautiful bronzer shade called Bella. And we're just going to put Bella all over our face. Again, just creating an even playing field. So if you have large pores and you also have redness, this is really going to help kind of prime your face, so to speak. And the next thing we're going to do might seem a little strange, but I promise you this is the ticket. We are going to take a cute little brush called the Best Blend Forever and see how these bristles are just kind of more fluffy and soft. And we're going to use a darker shade. It's about 1 to 3 shades darker than your base foundation shade to kind of fill in your pores. Now, the key is to use a very light hand and a very minimal amount because we don't want to look like an Oompa Loompa. So I'm just going to take this darker color. Again, that's about 2-3 shades darker. And I am just going to really lightly apply this darker shade all over my face. So I got that darker shade applied all over just really lightly. And then I'm actually going to contour with this same brush because I want to create a really nice light layer because I'm filling in pores here. So we don't want to layer heavily. So I'm taking this color called Henna, same side of the brush, and I'm just gonna create this nice soft contour. And what I really like about this brush is it doesn't move the product away from where you already placed it because it's so light. So since we're kind of layering here, we want, again, to make sure that we're not removing product we've already applied and also not building a heavy cakey layer. Just one thing I love about creams. It is really easy to layer while still feeling like you're wearing absolutely nothing. But this brush really is the ticket. And see what's kind of nice is it's just already blending as I'm applying. It's just this really subtle, soft contour look here. Okay, then I've been loving using this eyeshadow brush called the Blend and Tap for contouring my nose. I'm going to take kind of like this dome side, dip it into my contour, and we're just going to come right down the sides of the nose. Do a little V on the tip. Okay, now you can certainly use this same brush that we've been using for the contouring and the darker color to apply your base color to brighten. Or if you want a little bit more for full coverage or to fill in those pores a little bit more, you can take the Buffy brush, which has more dense bristles, and you can go into just your main base foundation shade and you can just kind of brighten all over. Still using a small amount. And then I'm actually going to use the same eyeshadow brush that I did for my nose to just kind of plump out my lips a little bit. This just creates a nice soft little shadow. just all the way around my lips. But before we fill in our lips, we're gonna do our blush. So I'm gonna take kind of a bright pink here. You can use any color you want, but I've been kind of loving this color. It's called Lolly. And again, going back to this brush, just because it's so amazing. I'm just gonna put that on the apples of our cheeks. And I love that this brush just blends so beautifully as it's applying. And then I'm gonna take a second color on top called Petal, just a little bit lighter pink. Just put that on top. Then, I forgot my favorite part. We're gonna do some Illuminator. You can just take the small side of this BBF, and I'm just gonna place that kind of on the tops of my cheekbones here, on my Cupid's bow, and right down the center of my nose. I also really like to put it up underneath my brows. Okay, do you guys see like how amazingly smooth this is looking? It's crazy. All right, last thing is I'm going to fill in my lips. I like to use a color called Plum. And then I'm gonna brighten Plum up with a little Petal. That secondary color I used on my cheeks. Now, you could certainly be done with this look with your nice kind of smoothed out pores, but I like to just take a little bit of bronzer and just add a little tiny bit more over the top. Okay, then we're just gonna set everything with our Stay Setting Spray, and that is it, my friends. Just spray it directly on, take your sponge, just kind of dab it in there. I'm gonna get real close here, so you can kind of see. How beautiful is that? So now you look bronzed and your pores are concealed. So if you guys have any questions about this all-in-one makeup palette or what colors you should be using to minimize your pores, shoot me a DM or comment below and I would be happy to help. Okay, thanks guys, bye.